You're going back to rebuild.
Well, we'll see what happens now in game number 2 as we are into Champ Select. Azir banned away from you. Alistar's going to join it one more time. Ryze, Kalista, this time they're banned to Snake. Don't want to give the Ryze over to WE.
Yeah, you know, Lucas proved that he can play it. It was Vici that left it up, and it's funny because I think the week before Vici, someone had dared them to take the Ryze, and Dandy took it and went like 7-0-6 and just destroyed them. And then he did the exact same to Aluka. He was like, I dare you to pick Ryze. And Aluka was like, okay, and just killed everyone.
As it turns out, Champion's pretty good right now, the old Ryze there. So looking strong, will get banned away by Snake as a result. World Elite, though, have to consider their last little ban here. Not long left. You can see everyone talking to Aluka. They will take away the Echo, though. That's been a consistent blue side ban in this series.
Yeah, it seems to not be first pick value, but definitely a strong side on the other side of the rift. So not willing to give that one over. And right now, Sion has to be flashing, but Nidalee also a priority to take away because Nautilus still available.
I think Flandre must have an answer for Sion, but maybe not. Snake just had some problems there in the late game team fights, which is a weird thing to say about a team that normally team fights exceptionally well. I wonder what they're wanting to take away. You can see Flandre, they're consulting with the analysts. They will respectfully take away the Sion.
Yeah, so now what does Aluka default to? Ryze, Sion, 2 bans and a big man in the top lane for WE. We've said he can play Nautilus.
I'm ready.
That's what I've been told. I'm still not a firm believer in the top lane Nautilus, but he has a game on it. He has a win on it. Let's see whether he wants to make it too.
I feel like Aluka did the same thing with Sion, though. Kind of made everyone a believer eventually on the champion. We'll have to see what World Elite do want to take as their first pick here. Could take a jungler here as well. Remember, Beast is one of the few junglers that still plays Nidalee as well, but Gragas is a real standout here, and I feel like Spirit just has to take it.
Yeah, he just pressures the early game so well on Gragas, and you know it's not through the objective control. It's just Gragas farms quickly, which is a must for a Spirit jungler right now, but also ganks the lane so incredibly well with Flash Body Slam in the early game. You know, you have to let it finish before you flash because the hitbox is bigger when you stop as opposed to the traveling hitbox, and Spirit seems to still be able to land that skill shot even after some tweaks.
We've seen Spirit single-handedly carry games with Gragas plays against EDG. Nonetheless, World Elite have got some really impressive-looking victories this split, but it's consistently winning. It's been their problem, and 2-0 is what they want here. They want the 3 points away from Snake, but Snake, of course, going to do their best to stop that here, and they'll go back to comfort here, especially for Ella. Thresh and Rek'Sai are their first 2 picks.
Yeah, Thresh being...
Victor, I got trolled.
Ooh. Yeah, I was going to say Thresh being prioritized over Janna is an interesting pick up there for Ella, but Victor is definitely one of U's better champions right now, so you can understand why he is going with that pick away. We'll have to see what WE want to respond with.
Yep, never mind. Actually swapped back to the Thresh. Considered the Victor, but didn't want to take it. We'll go for Rek'Sai there as well. And you're right, it is comfort for Ella, but it's kind of a weird priority there on the Thresh.
Yeah, it certainly is something that they can use to set up a pick style of League of Legends. So we'll have to see whether that is going to be taken into consideration. And this would intrigue me if they are the lock-ins. It is.
There's Rumble. Maybe Nautilus coming in as well. Who knows? Maybe it's mid lane Rumble, but that is Nautilus Rumble as World Elite's 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, so Rumble going to be taken into the top lane this time for WE. I'm looking through, and he's been played 8 times up there in the top lane.
How many wins does Aluka have on the old Rumble spawn?
I'm going to say next to not many.
It might be 0. I actually don't know the exact number, but it can't be very many for Aluka. And again, happy he's branching out. World Elite in general are a team that still know that they need to grow, and even though they play well on their comfort picks with their comfort comps, they need to sort of be able to play on other terms as well. As Snake might even be swapping it up here. They've got Flandre maybe looking at a carry. Oh, the Flandre now. It's been a while. Yeah, Crystal wants it. He goes back to Draven, and Na's going to go to Flandre.
You know, you felt like this was coming, and WE were like, all right, Gragas, he catches and mobile carries out well. Let's go Nautilus as well, because you can't escape that, especially without the Morgana counter pick coming through here. But that is a power lane now in the bottom. Thresh, Draven for Snake. And I love the Na pickup because it means at level 6, Flandre can do what he does best, shove out the wave, get Mega Gnar, go bottom, dive it, and just release all those adoration stacks.
And we saw the thing from Flandre in the last game on the Rise is that he just didn't have the same capacity to make as many plays here on the champion like the Rise. Gnar is a big playmaking champion for him, but World Elite going to go back to their comfort picks as well. Mystic back on Vayne for a 2nd game in a row. Can't blame him after the last one, but Shia's got Twisted Fate as well.
Yeah, Mystic going for the 3rd Vayne win in a row. TF actually synergizes really well with Vayne because you're able to set up 1-3-1 split pushes, and if anyone ever goes to 2-man Vayne, which is kind of the answer to that because she can be caught out, it is just going to be TF porting in there, keeping her nice and safe, and being able to follow up with even more kills. This would be a counter pick, though.
I like this flash a lot from Ella, even if they don't take it away. I like that Yu's initial thought is like, let me put him in the ground, because you do need to really hammer Twisted Fate right down into the rift in that mid lane in order to stop him from getting around the lanes. And Yu is going to go back to full assassin mode with the Fizz.
Yeah, and I really like it because all you have to do as Yu right now is ward over both sides of mid lane, and there is no way Jie can leave, because if he ever does, you just chuck a fish at him and he dies in the cooldown. It really is that easy to be able to execute. And gold cards, as soon as you pick it, you're not really scared, because as soon as it's in midair, you just jump up on that troll pole and you're happy as Larry.
You are, and we've seen lots of Fizzes in different positions here. I mean, we've seen it in the jungle, we've seen it in the top lane, probably most prominently actually in the LPL, but there are still a couple mid-Fizz players rolling around. Pawn's a big one, haven't seen him in a while, unfortunately. Korn's the other big one, but Yu's definitely got to be up there as well. So we are going to go through our matchups. Aluka back on the Rumble versus the Gnar. Not sure how I feel about our top lane matchup.
Yeah, I feel like Flandre got the better of that one, but Spirit has got Gragas in the jungle, so if anyone can dig a laner out, it definitely will be that guy.
And Beast back on Rek'Sai. We'll see if he can get more work done here in this game. This might be the one to watch. So Xie with his Twisted Fate that he's shown so much promise and success on, but Yu with the Fizz counter pick in mid lane, going to try and do as much damage as possible. As Mystic, he's back on Vayne, but that's a tough one against the Draven.
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, they've got an answer for the split push that comes out through WE now as well. Fizz, great split pusher throughout the mid game. As we take a look, Hook City down in the bottom lane. It's going to be Conan once again on Nautilus, but Alla, he got his Thresh this game. And they like Thresh with Draven. It gives him a reposition, the ability to skirt around the team fights, do so much damage, and, you know, better yet, got a lot of lockdown. He can just blow people up.
Yeah, and Ella Thresh is absolutely amazing there as well. So we'll see how it all shakes out. We're going to get onto the rift for game number 2. And welcome back as we get the game number 2 between World Elite and Snake. WE find themselves up a game here in the best of 2 after an amazing comeback performance from, honestly, Mystic leading the charge on this Vayne. But things are going to get tougher here for World Elite. If, you know, level 1 was, you know, a very standard-looking comp for Snake, they've gone all comfort and all counter pick for game 2.
Yeah, exactly right. And this time they have the big tank in the top lane. You feel that even though they've been trying to get Flandre on carries, he really is still a tank player at heart. Fantastic Maokai player, great Gnar player. We'll see if he's able to get more involved in the late game of this one and carry through with some great team fight.
And for me, for all the mechanics and the wave clear and the general intelligence and the aggressive teleports and all the things that Flandre can bring from the top lane as a carry, his playmaking is just probably his best asset. He's amazing on Gnar.
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, if he's ever able to impact other parts of the map with his teleport and just shove lanes in, he's always been good. That's why he made Morgana top work for such a long time. He was just able to pull it out, get around the map, and really help his team do what they needed to do in the team fighting stage. And we see a standard start coming through for everyone with Spirit on the top side of the map having a dance.
Yep, just hanging out here. As you can see, the lane's nice and neutral, but I'm not going to lie to you. I saw the Draven, I was really hoping for that Morgana top again.
Yeah, certainly was for that one to come through. As we're just going to have everyone move out and start up the jungle.
Yeah, hanging out here. Aluka and Spirit going to do this camp. Aluka going to give Spirit a little bit of help with his Flame Spitter. But Krog's going to get started there by the World Elite duo lane, and Ella, Crystal, and Beast going to start on the blue buff, actually. So no Grump there for Beast, but nice quick blue instead.
Yeah, maybe looking to see if he can counter, it can invade in there as they only take the small Krog, get Mystic a little bit of a CS advantage, and then head into lane. That's cute.
It is cute. I mean, it's, you know, not the full thing. You don't lose too much health, but still get a bit of experience in gold league.
Yeah, it gives you one creep that you're able to get up in there, and you know, if you get to the lane beforehand, it means you can start the shove, whereas if you take both, even though it gives you more experience, you generally get pushed in. And if anything hurts level 1, it's not the Draven, it's not the Thresh, it's all those pesky caster creeps.
It is. Caster creeps very powerful here as Crystal, again, going to just shove down the wave constantly. We've seen this from him before. Draven players just want to throw axes and catch him as long as possible, and if you get in his face, he'll throw one at you instead.
Yeah, exactly right, and he has all that added burst damage that comes through from the Q, so it's very hard to trade with a Draven. And with a non-sustain lane, they probably just want to get pushed in and farm.
And you can see, even though they got the early advantage, they now just hit level 2, so had to respect that power. Xie, though, is on that Twisted Fate. That is some glorious movement with those early boots, though, through that creep wave. He's just trying to make sure you stays as far away from him as possible.
Yeah, and I want to see how deep he goes into that utility tree, whether he does grab a lot of movement speed. I actually might have a look at that.
He's really speedy.
He's quick at the moment.
I mean, this is impressive stuff in general. That guy's spamming like crazy to move that quickly, but he wants to go in. He gets some poke, though. But she is going to answer back. Nice stack deck block.
Stack deck is so strong as trading. That's why you take it early in the lane. Also helps with last hitting, which I really like. Because jungle mains,
Twisted Fate's base stats are not the most glorious as well.
Yeah,
so
no, they certainly are.
A little bit awful. So able to help himself there. They're doing well so far in the lane, but we'll see how that develops. I do like the boot start there from Shea for maximum mobility in that lane just to dance around the fish. But looking out on the top side on his Rumble versus Flandre with the Gnar. I expect Flandre, both in experience and in matchup, to have the edge here, but Aluka a little bit behind so far. We'll see how much work Flandre can do in this lane.
Hey, Aluka's proven us wrong so many times in the past.
That's
I wouldn't be surprised if he just takes it to him in this matchup, but Flandre is a very good Gnar player, as we keep mentioning, and Spirit trying to sneak in here, spotted out by a ward.
Yep. Nice. I like the attempt, though. You can see the Lantern actually already prepped. Might actually prompt them to go in. Does take it at the last second, though. But I like what Mystic and Conan are doing. Spirit's down there, so they're like, well, it's water. We can't get pressure, but we're just going to hold you off the wave.
Yeah, I like the fact that Conan walked forward there, even though Spirit was going back, because he missed one creep there. He didn't miss any more because he had to burn a ward into the brush. So that area of the map double warded for Snake, and that's just a resource that was burnt because of good positioning from the support.
You can see again back in the mid lane. CS nice and even. All Shea has to do, we talk about what Fizz can do in this lane. All Shea has to do is survive the lane and just leave as many times as possible with his ultimate.
He has to do his best Pawnman impression, like just go back, CDR, boots, doubled around ring, throw cards all day.
Never interact with your lane
never
opponent.
go near your laner.
Oh, you good dive in there. Damage down as well. Nice troll ball going to dodge him out of some harass, but the Crystalline Flask starting to burn through some of those charges. Shea has kept up nicely so far. He does know these matchups well.
Yeah, he certainly does. You know, if anyone would know the typical solo queue counter picks to come through for a mid laner, it would be Shea there in the mid lane. And so far, he's been able to keep up in CS, but any lane that Fizz could win, can win as a melee assassin is just a bad lane.
Crystal grabbed up though, but there's the grab from Ella as well. Crystal gonna get procced that silver bolt. A nice flay though coming in from Mystic. Means that he has to be careful now on Crystal. He's trying to kite back. They're trading well, but that was won by World Elite.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't. You know, they have the Ignite available, so they can go aggressive if they want.
Beast actually on this side. She has popped his ghost.
Yeah, he got ganked.
Up, trying to get in there. Beast coming through. Spirit actually defending him nicely as well. And yeah, everyone will be okay for now.
Yeah, you see where Spirit just think that was the...
Ooh, grab Conan actually, but he's face tanking all that damage. Yeah. Crystal comes back in, but again, just has to trade.
That ain't the man you want to hit. You know, I said they don't have sustain, but Conan has 3 potions, or biscuits in this case, as well as the Targons coming through there. So it's hard to chunk out of the lane.
Beast coming down as well. Has snuck into the lane. We'll maybe look for an Unburrow. Good flash double play. They've got Conan up. They're going to Unburrow after the flash. They're going to go after him, but he's quite tanky. Will fall down for first blood though, but Spirit's coming in as well. Crystal can't grab the Lantern. Mystic on top of it, but they're going to bait Spirit in. He'll use Leighton Snake. A nice 3v2 kill and making sure Crystal stays alive.
Yeah, but teleport.
And now comes Shea. Beast going to knock him up. Going to prevent the gold card. Actually, it's a minion. Don't get the kill.
I just wanted to CS, didn't even get that. Bad luck here.
Ganks the minions, doesn't even get one. And Mystic instead is going to farm the rest of this wave out. Snake with a nice bit of pressure this time from Beast early on, winning in the early game.
Yeah, and you know, Beast trying to shove it into turret. Still probably doesn't want to go back anywhere near him, but wow, BF sword first for Crystal. That's not great news. Good deep ward spots you out on his roam.
Yep. So they not going to get tricked here is Aluka, but Flandre in Megaform was not a bad time to call up the mid laner. You trying to match Shea's roam, but tricky to match a Twisted Fate, who has gone for an early Sheen in this lane.
Yeah, he's aggressive, you know, doesn't go for the CDR, especially, I guess it's because he already burnt his ultimate, so not able to, I guess, impact the cooldown of Destiny and wants to just have a better trading tool.
See where he goes with the next portions of his build. You nice clean up under turret, actually gets all the minions with the Trickster part of his E. Crystal still farming away. BF sword has been finished, like you mentioned. Build with a Cutlass done for Vayne, but these trades are not created equal.
Yeah, you know, I feel that that name really, ability really isn't aptly named. Playful Trickster. I understand the Trickster bit, but that should be the going up, and then it should just be like punch you in the head.
It's definitely
as
not
the way
playful.
down. Because yeah, it's nothing tricky when he lands on your face.
No, it's just disappointing and very, very deadly as you and Beast will start up a dragon, but have to give it up. Lantern will get the jungler to safety on the Snake side, but that was
Optimistic.
That was very non-committal from Snake.
Yeah.
It was going in like, nah.
Well, they were just hoping that it wasn't warded, and in the end it was, so they smartly back away, and Yu's just going to keep hoovering up all this farm.
Got his blue buff now as well. We talked about the lane going well early for Xie. I think everyone forgets that Fizz's power just starts at level 6.
Yeah, it certainly does, and you know, it's the damage amplification now. You really do need to nail the fish, but as soon as you do, if you just combo the knock-up, it's so easy to pick up kills. And if you use it as you dive in with your Q, it's almost a point-click ability.
It is a bit of a point-click ability. We'll see how Yu manages that lane there. Does have his Ignite ready as well as Beast trying to track Spirit in the jungle. We'll spot him off with the Tremor Sense. Knows the buff's moving. Yu's been called over as well. Beast trying to get some vision down. He's waiting very patiently, but we'll finally find Spirit. Prey Seeker out. Smite there as well. Just going to give him the buff instead. I think that went to Fizz the Fish. Does go a little wide, but a good steal away.
Yeah, able to pressure the jungle, take that one away right there is a good move. They went with the early Sightstone. We talked about Beast's ability to keep tabs on Spirit. Has done that by sacrificing some of his build, but going for a team-oriented effort of shutting down this jungle.
And Beast, again, been much more proactive. Spirit significantly lesser than he was in the last one as Yu dives back in again, just pretty much getting a free harass down onto Xie. You can see Twisted Fate going to start to suffer in this lane. He's still close in CS, but Fizz is going to run away further and further with this lane as it continues.
Yeah, 2 lanes actually suffering right now. Bottom lane wants nothing to do with Crystal. He's got a BF sword versus a Cutlass, and even though you got sustained, Draven hits you twice and you die, so you can see they're out of there.
No, and Conan now going to feel that as Xie is coming in. The teleport down as well. Going to go all in for this gank. Stun's good. That great condemn out of it as well, and Crystal 100% dead.
Yeah, and you could see, like, Mystic didn't even really want to go for that. He was like, guys, I can't yet. All right, let's go in. They burn their teleport as well. Able to pick it up. Might be able to grab the dragon, but Flandre trying to trade a turret as well. So in the end, they pick up the kill, but that was an expensive kill to go for.
It was, and they are going to get the dragon as well. So advantages now across the board for Water Lead. They'll pick this up. I wonder how much damage Flandre can do to that turret.
Wow, actually, Lucas stayed in bottom lane to shove that one through, so that means that the turret will go down in top lane, and he's going to miss a lot of CS.
Ooh, you can just see some back being attempted to be cancelled by the Draven as he doesn't quite get anyone with the Whirling Death, but Flandre headbutting the turret.
That must be painful, man.
It must be. There we go. A bit more comfortable now in mini-Narf form as Snake even rotating to the mid lane trying to get damage done here.
Yeah, but they're with a couple of melee members and just the thresh, so
Yep, Spirit's like, yeah, get up the tower. Ults him away.
Yeah.
And Flandre didn't even get the tower in top lane. Did have enough on the Gnar. Got low, but that is not a gold objective coming in. Yu's trying to get some damage done now as he roams in. He knows it's water though. He does have to set this up correctly.
Yeah, so but they go for it anyway. Already backing away as Aluka. The problem is Yu has the ultimate. He can probably just kill him off turret. Doesn't go for it.
Yeah, apparently doesn't know that it's water. Now sweeps it and gets the bad news. And that's twice now Yu's tried to roam and been unsuccessful.
Yeah, and just replaces the ward dead as Aluka. Being quite safe. And turret will go down most likely. It will.
Yeah, they're going to zone them off the turret. In fact, just going to go for the dive first. I like this play from Yu. Fish going to land in. Aluka flashes, but it's already too late. He eats the knock up there. Flash in there as well. The ult from Flandre. Aluka, they really want him dead. He'll pop down the equalizer. He'll burn down low. He will fall to the dots, and Spirit, he's too late to save his friend.
Yeah, but he's still going to go.
Oh, gold card in. Xie flashes forward. Hex Drinker procs Flandre. Nobody go. Oh! Pops over the top, but it's not enough, and Spirit gets the kill.
Yeah, so they trade 1 for 1, and, you know, arguably more expended once again. They did get the turret, so definitely in Snake's favor, and they've got a 1,500 gold lead. But things not horrible right now.
No, not at all. Conan, though, taking massive harass. Mystic now going to eat the business end of Draven's axe. You can see Snake starting to build up those advantages, and it was a bit delayed, but we finally get the trade we were looking for, that non-gold objective for the Dragon versus the tower for the gold objective.
Yeah, so they're able to pick that one up, and that gives them their... Ooh.
Beast and Spirit going to have a tete-a-tete here in the jungle. Beast, though, tunnels out, wants nothing to do with Spirit and his Gragas. Instead, might just settle for a Scuttle Scrub.
Yeah, maybe 10 seconds longer, and actually Beast would have been dead, because that ultimate from Xie is coming back off cooldown, and that's an aggressive move, invading someone that's able to stay ahead of you, has gone for a damage build or a tank build in this case.
He's actually back in the jungle. He's trying to track the bottom lane here. Mystic, though, eating too many axes. Crystal knows the jungler's probably here. They actually are going to spot Spirit as the jungler's meat. Where'd Rek'Sai go? Oh, there he is. Teleport now coming down as well for Flandre. Mystic's actually taking quite a lot of damage. Beast has dove in. Flandre gets damage boosted forward there by the ulti from Gragas. But Flandre needs to chase somebody down. She is chasing you, but you just takes him out mid-gate. and Snake going to proxy the wave and take another turret.
Yeah, as I said, you can't gate near a Fizz because he just kills you.
You're looking for someone, doesn't quite grab it there with that fish.
Oh, that wall didn't take any damage.
No, it didn't. It's very powerful as Crystal and Snake. Again, deny as much CS as possible, but they will get the outer turret. So all of a sudden, 2 turrets up to 0 for Snake with Wadley having the first dragon.
Yeah, for Luca trying to get work done on the top one, but a good Void Rush will come through from Beast. Deny that, and they might even get all 3 outers.
Really nicely played by Snake. They will get the outer turrets here. Bottom tower falls, mid tower falls as well, and all of a sudden, Snake find themselves up a couple thousand gold here, honestly, due to all those towers.
Yeah, exactly right. So able to play the map a little bit better. See Nomicon finished up right now for you. He is very strong, so GA doesn't really want to fight him, going for one himself on the back end of this, but as the game progresses, that threat coming out of you is just going to get bigger and bigger.
And he's got Merc Treads here as well. I like that choice a lot.
Yeah, it just means that if he ever does get slapped by a picker card, it's not going to mean as much. Also helps him out with Condemn, and we'll see whether they're able to get this turret. Looks like they're going to be able to successfully defend.
Going to try, but yeah, defense is here. It's just 2 right now. Fizz does clear the wave out with his E though. And Shie pulls a gold card, but got no one here to slap it on, so he might just go for that Scuttle Crab here. As we do get an invade from Conan starting up the blue buff. Dragon up in a minute 45. We're trying to get a bit of a foothold of vision here in the area.
Yeah, this is optimistic by WE. Spirit's caught.
Yeah, eats a box and the flay plus the Death Sentence to start it all off. Spirit now going to get chased down. Draven's coming through. Crystal doing a significant amount of damage. Flandre hops over for the alley-oop, and Crystal gets gifted a wonderful kill.
Yeah, but all of a sudden they're split a fair amount.
Fish lands onto Mystic. Gia has to get out of there as well. Yu's just buying time for the rest of his team. He'll dash back in. He knows she is coming in. You will dive in, assassinating Mystic, or at least trying to. Not quite dead yet. Flandre going to try and find it. Needs Mega building up to it. Crystal gets another kill. Vince takes out the Rumble. Now she is going to get Redome on. Crystal going absolutely nuts. Is he going to dive the tower for Conan? He gets depth charged away. He'll get another dive. He will not die as the Lantern's there to save him. And Snake almost get an ace. In fact, with Spirit coming back, an essential ace after a turret though.
Yeah, and now it's a 6,000 gold lead. We were saying only about 3 when the outers were down, but what a play. And we said that was an optimistic invader. Best coming through from WE. Spirit got picked, even though they used 3 members to do it. Everyone else just didn't want anything to do with you. He zoned the whole team. Nailed the ultimate onto Mystic and destroyed the fight.
4-0-2 now on the Fizz. Starting to get carried away with this game. Snake, we see the difference when they play aggressive. We talk about their team fighting. It's always been good. But like a lot of teams, they tend to play better while ahead.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, now you see the Draven build coming through. Bloodthirster, Berserker Greaves. Another BF sword coming in for Crystal. He's going to probably do half a Mystic's health.
I feel like Crystal has an item randomizer for Draven. He almost never seems to build the same thing twice.
He just gets on, looks at what he should build.
Not that much bravery. He does have relevant AD items at least. But
you're saying Lich Bane wouldn't be good?
Lich Bane Draven. Oh, that would be something.
Chris, please. Sorry.
The Sheen part, certainly something. As Dragon is going to go to Snake as well. Just you and Crystal here. No smite required. Beast will come in, gets it with a Prey Seeker like an absolute champion. But Snake now just complete control of the map.
Yeah, all of a sudden you don't want anything to do with this Snake lineup, and they might be able to grab a turret in the top lane in the meantime, but every member stronger than their counterpart right now, with maybe the exception of the junglers still. But Spirit didn't have the early game he needed to drag everyone into a winning position.
No, Beast had a slightly more productive early game, I have to say.
That was the Sidestone, honestly. Able to get the deep vision that invaded into Spirit time and time again.
Strong stuff there for Beast. We've again seen his strong jungling, much like Spirit is best when in the enemy jungle here. And now Snake is pushing out their lanes, and I love that they've sent Fizz specifically to be the one to challenge Mystic's farm.
Yeah, 100%, because if he ever wants to gank a side lane, he's just going to die. You see level 11 to level 10, so it's not only the kills and all the farm that he's up at the moment, it's the ability to stay up and relevant in levels, and we'll have to see whether WE can once again turtle this game out until when their carries are relevant.
Well, right now, Snake are looking down the mid lane, trying to get a siege down onto the turret here, but might have to find a dive. Yeah, he's going to be a bit careful, approaches the Raptors, thinks about them, but the rest of the team's there, they grab onto him, but he'll playful tricks her out with the first CC. There's a little too much coming in though. Fish does land, but Gragas will get credit for the kill and the shutdown. Great equalizer from Aluka. They're going to chase back in. Conan gets grabbed up. The box is down. Flandre far too low though. Now she is going to chase in. He's popped his ulti, he's popped the goes. but he doesn't want to go back.
Can they get anything off this? Baron isn't available. It's only 18 minutes in the game. It might be the mid lane turret. And WE, a great Fnatic rush. We already likened them to it. But able to set up the pick that they needed to get themselves back in the game.
At the tower now as well. Going to push it for a second perhaps here as well. This can't really get them in. Aluka though going to get grabbed up. Knocked up there by Beast as well. Gia quite low though. Crystal just needs one juicy target. But a good condemn's going to keep Ella out of the way. And Snake, they're rallying back to try and chase that World Elite. But World Elite already got what they wanted. They got the turret, although Flandre going to commit now with a teleport. Not Meganar though. Mini-Nars and hops his way out. And Snake just chasing down.
Yeah, in the end, they might just be able to trade back the turret, you know, because they've got the wave pushing with them. So in the end, not a bad result for WE still. Won't be able to defend this turret most likely, but actually that's not even a big free wave. They've done it.
Yeah. Would be a worthwhile trade if Snake could get the turret, but World Elite going to stagger their backs. They've already got Chie back. Nautilus has gone back as well there for Conan. And Snake just can't pressure. That was a interesting little exchange, and World Elite certainly came out ahead. Yeah,
in the end, it looks like it was nearly a pull the trigger a little bit too early out of Flandre, and he wasn't able to get what he was looking for. Still pressuring the side waves, doing good things for his team, but might be caught yet again, this time by Spirit and Mystic.
Mystic. Level 9 going to challenge Flandre. Level 11 here for the Gnar, but he just can't go anywhere. Great condemn. Ward down as well. Needs one more. Mystic. Oh, he didn't have flash, but Spirit's going to find him. Takes him out.
Yeah, Spirit did have flash. We looked at the same thing. Is he going to flash? No, he didn't have it available.
He would have.
As Void Rush and you now on GA. It looks like Snake just want to continue to fight, but they have none of it.
Flash hook. GA's forced to flash as well. Would have connected, but he does flash out from under it. But Snake are getting a bit run around this map now. That's two different death brushes where two different carries have found themselves dead.
Yeah, and you know, you have to question. That was just really strange. Yet again, using an ultimate to try and catch someone out that really was an optimistic play at best. And they've lost a turret in the bottom lane. Now it looks like Mystic's going to be able to crash that huge CS wave as he saw the whirling death and moved out of the brush. Thought his back was going to be cancelled. That was a very, once again, heads-up play.
Yeah, just wanting to take the creep wave though instead.
Yeah.
Crystal getting all that juicy CS for himself, building Infinity Edge by the looks of things as his second item. So looking for maximum 2-item damage here on the Draven.
Yeah, is that the freeze build that he used to go BT, Infinity Edge into Last Whisper?
I think so. I know Crystal's old build used to be BT Last Whisper, so this is somewhat of an adaptation.
And then he used to throw like weird things like Youmu's and Trinity Force in there. Crystal had a really cool build when he would go for it.
I like the Trinity Force.
Yeah, I actually honestly think that is one of the better items because his W is so spammable for the Sheen procs to come through and just the augmented auto attacks. They chunk people out as opposed to the consistent threat. It's much easier to catch your axes when you throw them slow but strong.
Yep, and Crystal still getting stronger, 3-1-3 on the Draven. Good CS lead over Mystic there as well. Snake are still ahead in this game, don't forget, despite how wonky, I'm going to say, the last few minutes of the game have been. But Dragon is back up. Snake will realign themselves here for the objective up in 110. But Baron is now a threat teams have to consider.
Yeah, it certainly is, especially with the likes of Draven and Vayne on the map. They take down neutrals so quickly. And you see, even with all the pressure that WE were able to get back, vision control firmly in their hands, at least bottom side of the map, to Snake.
Mystic, though, is getting farmed. He's been in the bottom lane multiple times and either gotten a kill or been left unchallenged by Snake, who just don't want to face check these brushes. They are clearing out vision. Though Beast will take a pink ward away, put down another green ward just to get additional vision here. World Elite can check things with the ultimate there from Twisted Fate, but everyone on World Elite still sort of scaling at Snake. They've already hit their strides in the early stage.
Yeah, they certainly have, and you almost feel that this is a team fight that you just let go. It's only a second Dragon. It's 22 minutes into the game by the time it's up. Not really going to be a win condition. If you can trade it for top lane turret, I think you take the trade.
I think so too. Aluka pushing in there. Does have a Zonya's already completed. Skipped his Sork shoes for now, but does want to go for a bit more of a team fight build. Level 12 as well means his ulti fairly strong.
As soon as I see it, Fizz and a Draven Fed, I don't give any cares about my Sork boots. I'm like, Zonya's all day, baby.
Yep, and that's what he's got here on top of the Horning guy. Spirit grabbed up by Ella. Ulti though from Chie. That's a good lantern away for Crystal. They're going to have to play him out. Depth shots though bounces Ella all around here as Yu's going to try and find his way in. A massive fish going to take out Conan. Beast will dive in. He's gone straight through, right on top of Shia, but he gets condemned into a wall. Mystic going to cut him off. We'll get the kill, but Crystal's damage is absolutely absurd. Flandre going to gnaw Spirit into the wall as well, and they'll take it. A good hook going to secure the ace. Mystic will die, and Snake will complete the 5-for-1 team fight win.
Yeah, and Conan flashed a fish into 3 members of his team, and you right now has a lot of damage, let me tell you. Started the team fight on completely the wrong foot. It's going to be another early Baron for Snake, and that's one of those fights you can go back, pull apart, but it was just a very basic error that made it go heads up.
Crystal's damage just absurd right now with these 2 items. Destroys the Baron.
Let's take another look. Yeah, so the fist comes in here. They look like they've caught Crystal out. The Conan just flashes it on top of everyone, and you see the damage that it puts down, not to mention the whirling death. Fighting in a corridor, yeah, it seems to be a Rumble dream, but right now there's just so much damage coming through from you. Flandre, also a big tank, and Crystal on the back. He was caught at the start of that fight and just tore everyone apart.
Good predictive hook there at the end by Ella to get Mystic out of a tumble, and Snake now find themselves with the Baron buff on top of a dragon that is just getting melted.
Yeah, and back, ooh, and a 6,000 gold advantage
Thought
as well.
the Wildcards were going to take that.
Oh, Fish is out.
Oh, find Spirit actually. That's a good pick. If they can get it, they'll charge in. Stun card will land there onto you. Lock it, pop as well. Zonya's actually used to dodge the knockback of the ulti. But Snake, they'll take the damage. They'll continue into the
needs
turret.
to go down if this turret wants to live.
Oh, flush forward instead. They want Crystal. Equalizer down as well. They're going to try and fight. They need to kill the Draven. A good Zonya's. They will take him out, but you diving in onto the backlines. That's going to force a flash out from Mystic, but they peel away. Flandre, their massive Gnar ultimate. Can he clean it up there? They're still in amongst it all. It's the support members cleaning people away, and Flandre, enough damage right now. Snake, with their lead, secure a team fight victory. They'll dive Conan and get another ace.
Yeah, and did Xie just ult in the middle of that team fight?
He might have.
That was an interesting pick.
Well, sometimes you just gotta ult.
Yeah, you just gotta do your buttons, as Atlas would say, but it will cost them. An inhibitor going down here. Good start of the team fight, but in the end, Snake just too strong.
Yeah, the full tank Flandre, with a bit of help from Beast and Ella, able to clean out the rest of the fighter for massive Gnar ultimate there. Despite the fact that the carries went down, let's see this again.
Yeah, so Crystal goes down straight away, but you gets a lot of damage out to Mystic. And everyone's so low, that is a 5-man ulti. And Xie, he tried to port away. That was cute, actually. It wasn't as bad as I thought, because everything else was on cooldown. But in the end, Flandre and the consistent damage of Beast just proved to be too much. Yeah,
Conan, again, quite squishy there. He's going to be the last kill, so they'll just dive their way in to take it out. And Snake, that's 2 different aces in a row. 5-for-1 to start things off. 5-for-2 now. And we're going to go again. Here's Xie just going to get fished there, but they can't chase in. Massive damage of the depth charge will force you away. But Xie, he's so afraid right now on this Twisted Fate.
Yeah, certainly is. And he went Morellonomicon for 40% CDR into a Lich Bane, what was going to be with a Sheen, but isn't able to finish it off because he needs the Zonya's Hourglass so badly if he's going to have any team fighting presence. Right now, it's like a 10,000 gold lead. Snake going to push in, probably try and close this one out much earlier.
Yeah, got a massive lead. They've almost broken mid here as well. The Baron buff still going though, means they will be able to take out this turret.
Yeah,
Xie, grabbed by Ella, plays in there. You just takes him out. Now Flandre going to Baron his way in. Mystic gets absolutely obliterated in the middle of that fight as Ella cutting around. Crystal gets the last kill though. They've tried to dive in. Yu's actually dove Aluka off in the back lines. Pops his Zonya's late. Aluka going to try and finish him off, but Yu still got enough mana to playful Trickster his way out. And Snake, they've broken the base. They'll take the top inhibitor.
Man, they're going to be able to take mid as well. Flandre using the hop for the attack speed portion of it. Of course, as soon as you land, you get like 40% attack speed of rank 1. It's really strong if you use it in that sense in mini Gnar, and they're able to get double inhibitors and exit the base.
Yeah, and you can see already almost an insurmountable lead built up by Snake at 27 minutes in. The carries are there. We've seen Mystic's Bane last game. They can certainly do work here. Aluka's ults have actually been quite nice in the fights as well, but just nothing compares to Crystal and his Draven, or Yu and his Fizz right now.
Yeah, Yu is a real terror of these team fights because he's the zoning one. Crystal's going to hit everyone, but realistically, Yu just destroys whoever he looks at. So that is, right now, Xie, any member is susceptible to that amount of burst.
Ultis to his blue buff, now going to see the ward. Beast actually not close enough there with the tunnel. Will give Twisted Fate over that blue. Oh! Take the ward. There we go. Gets it away. Mystic going to take the Krugs here as well. almost got himself to a last whisper, so getting stronger, but little ways away from that Infinity Edge we saw in game number 1.
Yeah, it certainly is. They need the game to go at least to the 45-minute mark right now, WE, if they're going to equalize the items, because right now the carries for Snake are just way too strong, and you can see there's wards in the base. When that happens, it's bad news. There's a spooky ghost.
Is that used Twin Shadows?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, fish land. Fistic zoned out by the fish. Ella going to jump in now as well. But he's taking a little bit too much damage. Will look to go down. Lantern will almost save him, but Mystic, he's actually dead. Conan now going to get locked up there by a boomerang, and just a bit of damage there from Flandre.
Yeah, AD character support, they'll take that trade, especially with 2 inhibitors down. Probably going to mean that the bottom base turret will be under siege as soon as Crystal can join his team. And once again, it is his spooky ghost.
It is his Twin Shadows.
I like it.
I do like it also. I barely remember the stats that that gives. Magic resist, CDR, AP.
It gives movement
Spooky
speed,
ghosts.
80%, 80 AP, and 7% movement speed, I want to say.
Alright. And of course, those delicious ghosties.
Yeah.
I mean, he does need to be sticky. He wants to make sure he gets on top of the key targets. Not a bad extra CC to add to his kit.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Cost efficient.
Cheap.
It's not slot efficient, I don't think.
No, I mean, at this point, I don't think that matters for Snake, because they're certainly looking to end the game before these inventories are falling. Crystal, he's got Mercurial Scimitar, 3 BF sword items, all of them I think that you can buy.
No, there is one left.
Oh, there is.
It doesn't exist to me, but it exists to Atlas. Essence Reaver will be the last item to come through for Crystal.
No, that's not real life.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, we'll see what happens now with Crystal and his BF sword builds, but make no mistake, he is doing absolutely absurd amounts of damage right now.
He certainly is 5-2-9. You can see he's 8-2-3, 8-2-7. As Spirit wanted to start something up there. He's positive, by the way. 4-3-4.
And we've seen what Spirit can do with, a late game Gragas as far as playmaking goes. He's got decent tank items. He's certainly ready to go, but it's just too hard. It's such a big hill to have to climb back over. Snake, all they really need is to either do what they're doing.
Oh no, the zoning ghosts.
As Crystal will continue clearing out the wave.
They scare the Snake members away. Snake are like, wow, I can't handle.
2 spooky 5 meters. I'll take Dragon instead. That'll be the 3rd there for Snake. Again, Fish Dragon not really a win condition for them, but they might as well make sure they keep on top of the objective. Baron coming back up in about 12 seconds as well. I mean that Snake will look to that, you have to think, is their next objective, but they do not need much more than this. The base is already broken in 2 places. They'll probably get a Baron and look to finish.
And sadly, it's not going to be an Essence Reaver. Has bought a pickaxe, so you can assume a last Wispy going to come through for Crystal, although he might go another Infinity Edge. Oh, more!
Infinity Edge.
More would be... Oh, what a beautiful item.
Frozen Melon? Does that work also?
Yeah, that works. Hydra.
Yes, Hydra, another item you can buy. You can actually buy that, by the way.
You can, you just can't use it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it give you stats? That'd be really cool.
Yeah, you give you stats, you just can't, it doesn't give you any AoE.
You can't use the active. Sad times. Well, they get the Baron. Crystal again, trotting out through. Beast will smite that away.
Actually, can you use it?
I
know you can buy Hurricane, I think, because Thresh can buy Hurricane. He's technically melee.
You sure?
Is he? I don't know.
He's definitely ranged. He's got really short auto attack range, but he's ranged.
Oh, no, he is ranged.
Yeah.
Because he, doesn't proc targets. That's why I don't go coin. My bad.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, everyone uses the flame powered autos.
That's way too hard as well.
I agree. Last hitting's hard enough as it is. Just make it easy. Give me the coin. Give me the don't have to last hit.
Then it's all the AD carries' fault if they miss them.
It's true, actually. They miss them, then you get gold, but they're sad. Yeah, it's just not a good time. Snake trying to finish this off. Actually, grab a Luca there, forcing the zombies out after the box. Good fish. Zone him out. That's going to force the flash over it. Crystal, though, immediately QSS's out of that gold card from Twisted Fate. Ella finds a minion this time. But the inhibitors will get taken out again. Waddle trying to pull the trigger. Spirit goes in, gets the ulti down, but it's not quite enough onto Crystal, who flashes out. Now you're going to dive into the backline. Damage is good. That ultimate from Draven doing work there. She is going to go down after Mystic and Snake. They're just too far ahead at this point. Crystal's damage absolutely off the charts. Ella's Thresh is amazing. They'll dive in, they'll get another raise, and that will finish the game in another 1-1 split here as Snake. They're looking for 3 points, they'll only get 1.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, you can say it's a tie, but really WE stole its game here against the 3rd place team. Snake, they'll go 1-1. They have 2 more important split series this weekend. But you can see they're not the happiest team in the world because they were really looking for 3 points there.
No, and you know, an upset victory in game number 1 with an insanely sweet comeback there from World Elite. You can see what happens when they play their game, but that was Snake's game there in game number 2. It's the aggressive, brute force style of League of Legends, and when they get ahead, they do not fall back behind.
Yeah, and it was get behind the AD carry. Once again, Flandre for all these strengths, teleporting into the bottom lane, making sure they were starting that up. You with a very cute counter pick in the Fizz, by the way, had a terrific game. Got to give a shout out to him. And